to the 1997 British Touring Car Championship in TOCA Touring Car Championship, and as we enter the final quarter of the season, the last 3 weekends are all at venues we visited previously. First up, the tension-filled thrill ride that is Thruxton. Now, the first time we visited, we could have come away with at least one win, maybe two if we weren't clattered about, as we so often are. But since the difficulty is getting harder throughout the season, how close will we be this time?
Welcome back to Thruxton once more for rounds 19 and 20. Qualifying for the first race has started, so let's check it out.
I forgot to consider that because it's our return visit, we might have different weather. Thruxton in the dry is bad enough. I didn't think it was going to be wet. Of course it's going to be wet. And we went back to Donington the second time it was raining. Oh, no. Right, into the high-speed section. How much, give have we got? To be honest, I'm not even going to try and go full throttle. Just dabs, let off the throttle, and let's not spin. I'm just going to put the kid gloves on and just make sure we get round. Oh, I was nervous for this one before, but I'm even more nervous now. Oh. That was a bit of an aggressive line through there, and I've gone over the curbs and put a bit of steering angle on in the wet. That spin makes sense, okay. That was too aggressive for that final chicane. Still feels like there's a good amount of grip though to throw it through those first corners. Like that right, left, right combo. In real life, this qualifying was Volvo's first and only pole position of the season. Rickard Rydell with a collector's item for 1997. Oh! Too much steering angle on the entry of that one, and I've scrubbed off a load of speed. Right. This isn't good. Big slide. Catch it though. Back went then as well. Just felt the car start to skate a little bit. Right, just the chicane. Take the chicane, not and we'll have a hopefully alright lap time. It was better. It was better. 1 minute 14 though. What's that?
Separating the first
cool. Menu on pole. He gets the point ahead of Bincliffe and Beeler. Menu having a struggle. Not Menu. I wish. Plato having a struggle down in 7th behind Thompson. Thompson is probably going to jump into 3rd at some point in the driver's standings. So we end up 11th. It's around where we usually are about. So that's fine. I can't expect too much more than that, really. In real life, it was John Bincliffe's second and final BTCC win here, after he picked up his first earlier in the season at Knockhill. I would happily take that here today, if it just takes Menu off the top spot, but let's see where we can get up to. Like I say, one of the races we could have won if it wasn't for a... That was Derek Warwick, for one. Also, you gonna let me just finish the sentence, or just... The game has fantastic comedic timing, I'll give it that. Very, very well done, you absolute c***. Right, let's try and get back up there. Yeah, one of the races we were close to winning and basically had to do recovery drive after being tipped round. I can't believe Warwick's the one that's done us as well. In fact, I'm sure Warwick's... Did Warwick do us here the last time? I can't remember now. He was certainly under suspicion. Right, I'm not going to return the favour because there's no point. Well done, because then they just pushed him forward a place, so I suppose you're welcome. And in real life, this race, Warwick had played a blinder. He qualified 21st and had a recovery drive of his own to finish 9th. So let's see if we can have our own recovery drive as we hopefully get past this Honda. Where is the Honda? Oh, it's there. Good. Oh, touch the grass. Please don't hit us. I beg of you. Tarquini, please. I've said nice things about you, I'm sure. Oh my god. Absolutely horrific. I'm just going to stay on a different side of the track to him. And then hopefully get clear through. Oh dear, that was an awful line. And that was an unsafe rejoin. Can't really complain about that. I was so busy worried about where Tarquini was. I just wanted to stay on one side of the track so much. I gave him such a wide berth, I just decided not to drive the circuit. They've absolutely got me rattled. I feel like it's justified though. This race in real life was also a bit of a nightmare for Cleland. He was on the wrong tyres, so did a pit stop late on and finished 19th. It wasn't ideal. And this is far from ideal. Oh god. I might have to get a calculator out and make sure that Menu can't win the championship this weekend. Right, past Binkcliffe. So there's a good clump of cars here, so we can at least try and get ourselves up the order. But I have pretty much abandoned hope on Menu already. Of an aggressive line through the chicane there. Some would say I cut that, but some would say I was avoiding a slow car. And I listened to the latter, because those people would be right. Bit of an aggressive move. Oh! And the Nissan comes charging back. This is adding credence to the theory in the comments last time that this is like basically an aggro system, that if you kind of hit them, they will return the favour and get angry back at you, and their aggression goes up the more contact you have with them. Which would be fine if it wasn't for the fact that I was taken out after one corner on lap 1 and I hadn't hit anyone before then. So that may be true, but they're still not for no reason. Like, I wouldn't be in this. Like I know I've had a mistake that's my own fault, but I wouldn't even been in that situation if I wasn't taken out immediately again. That was me too busy complaining. Now I'm just angry. Oh, for fuck's sake. I think we're now very much in the place where most of the BTCC grid was in real life for most of 1997, where it's not a case of if but when for Alain Menu. And like I say, we've held the fight out a lot longer than anyone else did in real life. But I think mathematically he'll still be in our grasp by the end of today. Or he should be. We'll do some maths. But it is now when, not if. Oh, incredibly, Thompson takes the win off Menu. Now I've said that. So he scored 13 points this weekend, a pole and a second place. Menu just ahead of Plato. Rydell is fourth, ahead of Bieler. The Audis have dropped. In fact, I think we managed to still finish ahead of an Audi despite all of that. We do. We finish ahead of the real-life winner of that race, Bincliffe. 9th and 10th. A rough day. So we pick up 2 points. So that means that Menu has gained 12 on us. He was 36 ahead. He's now 48 ahead.
Yeah, I think you should do that math again.
Why? Is it wrong?
Okay, let's have a good qualifying. Just get to our usual spot on the grid. So I've just been doing some mental maths during this first lap. So if I've done the first bit of maths right, and I am right in saying that Menu is 48 points ahead of us, if he gets pole and wins this race, and we don't score any points at all, he will be exactly 64 points clear, with a maximum of 64 possible points remaining. So he can't fully secure the title today, but pretty much everything but. Now, I am hoping that we won't have an absolute failure that horrific in race 2. But I feel like it's now becoming increasingly unlikely that we'll reach the final round of the championship and still be in it. And I was coming into this weekend so optimistic with, like, in real life, this was the second weekend where Menu and Renault didn't feature as a pole sitter, a fastest lap, and race winner. Thompson took pole for race 2, and Bieler won race 2. So I thought, oh, maybe, and then all of that optimism disappeared as soon as I saw it was raining. As soon as I saw the rain falling, it's like, yeah, maybe not. Good run. If we can nail this final chicane, getting ourselves into the 1 minute 12s would be very nice indeed. Good run. Nice. Can't say much more than that. So Bincliffe and Bieler have knocked Menu down to 3rd, and I would be happy about that, considering they won both of the races each in real life, but we know what they're like in the race. So, like Moses, Menu will part them and probably go into the lead. 9th, that's okay. It's okay. That's yeah. Oh, damn. Right. Just do what we can. Let's do what we can to stop Menu.
The second race of the day is just about to start, so let's get down to the track.
Wasn't a great start. Stay to the inside. just going to stay out very wide here. Okay, there's a bit of space on the road. Into the first big braking zone. Oh, bit of contact with David Leslie there. Ooh. A little bit of concertinaing. As they're kind of dueling. This could be a big make or break moment, really. We could get past some cars as they fight each other through this section, or they could swing into us and take us out. Actually, what's happened is really neither. We've kind of just held through that. It's fine. That's fine. That is absolutely fine. Whoa. That was weird. That felt like a bit of a weird, almost frame rate drop then. Things got really skippy up to the chicane. Also, I was scared to turn the wheel because I was going to skid off. Which has happened before, but we survive. Bit messy, but we survive. Oh! Erratic stuff from Rydell there. It's going to give the cars behind a chance to catch us up again, which I'm not super keen about. But these guys are dueling with each other. So, come on, scrub speed off. That would be cool. Decent run through here. To go round him again. It's not the best line through there. They're just so slow mid-corner. Plato fighting to recover, but he's clearly getting slightly held up by that Honda. And then I think we have an Audi and a Renault up ahead. I cannot describe how tense I feel right now. Genuinely, it's really, I can feel my heart beating quite fast. Just because of the concentration and how, like, worried I am. So it's Bincliffe. 9th and 10th in race 1, now currently 3rd and 2nd. We get through. .6 seconds to menu. This isn't great though, because I feel like in open, like when no one else is kind of fighting, Bincliffe is going to come back at us. Although he's had a bit of a slow run through that corner, so a little bit of a breather. 2.5 laps to go. I've been really bad at this final chicane, mainly because I think rather than taking it safely, I'm just trying to gain as much time, and I've just been doing it messy. That was a bit better. That's a bit better. 2 laps to go. No need to take any risks at this point. Let's just work our way up to this Renault. important sequence of corners coming up now, because as you can see, this Renault has pulled away through this section. Got to nail it. Got to nail it. Bit of a squirm, but that's okay. To the outside. Once again, it says 22. But there was a glitch last time we raced at Thruxton where Menu had the wrong number on his car. Menu, you pal. Okay. Good. Good, good, good. Now, we've been here before. We've led on the final lap at Thruxton ahead of a Renault. And in the dry, I've messed up this final chicane. I still want to slightly blame inconsistencies in the handling, but let's just say it was on you, which means that means if it's on you, it's in your control to not do it again, right? So that means just take this final chicane without f***ing it up. Thank God for that. We do get a win at Thruxton. It is something of a consolation to stop the rot. And I genuinely cannot tell you how I feel after that. Oh. So apparently we managed to come across the line 8 seconds ahead of Menu. I don't feel like we pulled an 8-second gap. But fine, we are ahead of Menu. Sadly, it is Menu. Still hasn't finished outside of the top 2 more than once this season. Insane. Thompson, Bincliffe and Plato rounding out the top 5. Kabila dropping right down, so doesn't even score a point. The 2 Nissans rounding out the points. Derek Warwick down in 13th. I'm just so glad we got a win out of there. We deserved one. I'm not sure if my interim maths were correct now, looking at the table. But it doesn't matter, because the scores went a different way anyway. 44 points is the gap between us and Menu. We are still mathematically in the championship. However, if we don't cut that gap by 13 points at the next weekend, we will not make it to the final weekend of the season, still being in the championship. But let's see what we can do. Tall order to try and keep the championship alive beyond next weekend, which is at Brands Hatch. And I am slightly scared that based on the pattern we've seen so far of we visited a race in the dry and gone back to the venue in the wet, which has happened twice, because it happened at Donington and it's happened here. Our first visit to Brands was dry, so I think we could be in for another wet race. But as ever, thank you so much for watching. Hope you're enjoying the season. Just 2 weekends to go, 4 races left. And I think we've all accepted that Menu's going to win. But will it be next time? See what we can do. Thanks for watching. See you soon.